All right. It is time. So, that's where we left off. After um, going down into um, our after going down into the caves and finding very much various jewels, we went up into the mountains. We saw the giants waiting, realizing that these version of the giants, at least these stone ones, were more interested in if the crater was going to awaken, um, and not necessarily preferring one outcome or the other. Taking an idea of just kind of sitting back and watching the show, as it were. Looking in, we saw a city absolutely teeming with advanced rune technology, drawing power, it seems, from the cradle and the gems that were in it in order to create floating platforms and advanced weaponry. This highly advanced area, um, definitely decades, if not a century ahead of where many other places in Exandria. We found it here in Asilra. And thusly, our heroes decided to make a plea as they went down under the front of trading for both the company and for the Feywild itself. Decided to pass through and give the excuse that they were interested in armor and some other goods and could bring in some Fey wild goods, possible Fey circle being made. And with all this agreed, they were let in, given free reign of the upper ring, and then very specific ways to go lower, which would be more where weapons and things that and defense decisions of the city were made, down to the head of war's office. And we quickly found our way there. So, in this place, then, as you come about, you are very close to what you know to be the cradle. As the platform you have gotten on without any pulleys or ropes, floats down and then horizontal and then down again, slowly zigzagging its way, letting you off at your destination. It's massive. You see large gems jut out of this, what just appears to be an enormous white stone. And several teams seem to be pulling these gems out, almost like the surface is semi-permeable. It seals, and soon another one starts poking out. It's very busy, and you can see runic seals of containment and binding that seem to keep this from going too far. But you get the distinct feel, especially after being at other cradles, that this is ready and willing, trying to awaken. But all the efforts here have begun are to keep it from doing so while still getting all the benefits. All around, you can see even on the ground and on the walls and throughout the city, gems seem to sprout up. People harvest them. Large ones, some larger than even what Didic was able to get as they collect. Just a never-ending cornucopia of riches, it seems, that are then immediately used for rune carving and to power what is here. You can see at one point a diamond easily worth 500,000 gold, huge, beautifully cut, seems to be powering a medical center where people come in from injuries and almost are instantly healed, limbs regrown, all made possible by this subdued and subjected cradle. So, with that, you stand near the guarded offices of war. Um, you had to show your paperwork to get here, so people know kind of where you're supposed to go and stand here. What'd you like to do?
Do we have the telepathy up?
Yeah.
DT's going to telepathically say, so what exactly do we want to accomplish, really? That they're stopping the cradle from getting open. That's good, right?
Well, I think the problem is how long can this last?
How long has it been going on?
I mean, it seems like you're losing control.
Right. It's okay. So do we want to help stabilize it, or do we want to take it away from them? What is it we want to do?
Well, there are options, right? We could break the cradle, fight the Scion, put it back to sleep, and destroy half of the city in the process.
Okay, and what would somebody who's not the Razguard do?
How would I know?
You read!
Not about that. But still, I mean, we could talk to them. They must be aware that the cradle is unstable. We could offer to help.
Okay. Have they let us into this building?
If you're ready, just wanted to. Yeah, they can let you in. You enter on in, and you can see stone table offices, beautifully carved here. Quickly brought to more of a kind of back room to mostly people are in like armor, military. The very, very back office behind a beautiful wooden wall and door, and adorned with the symbol of Moradin, is a dwarven woman wearing what's more like a dress uniform, very official, as she has a few papers and stands up and says, I got the rune. I received the rune, friends, of your interest. I accepted it. Glad you made your way down. Trust you didn't get into any trouble. Please, you can have a seat. I am quite interested in discussing these trade deals and seeing what, if anything, we can do for you and what you might do for us.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly why we're here. So as we had mentioned to somebody else, and hopefully you were made aware that we represent a group of interests from both the surface of Exandria, specifically Nicodranus, and I in particular am representing the King of the Summer Court in all things commerce. And we thought there would be a great opportunity, at least from my point of view, with the Feywild. The Feywild would love to export some Feywild goods, rare Feywild goods, in exchange for some of your amazing, wonderfully magical goods.
All right. Well, makes sense. Well, and to kind of get into what is the what'd you say would be the major thing you'd be looking to give, and the major thing you'd be looking to get from us?
Well, the main thing we would be looking to to get from you would be some of this. It looks like you have some very beautiful and powerful armor. Well, it's they say the best offense is a metal defense, the armored defense, right?
Of course. So you were saying that you wanted their armor?
Yeah.
All right. And what goods specifically were you thinking from your side?
Well, we could offer some. Man, I'm just gonna make shit up at this point. I don't know. I don't know what exactly. We could offer some fey timber. This is wood that has grown magically in magic saturated soils, and it's resistant to rot. And sometimes some people would say it's alive in a lot of different ways. Self-repairing beams, woods that hum to warn of stress. I don't see a whole lot of forest here. We have fey silk and fibers spun from creatures like moon moths or moon moths and things like that. Glamour dyes. The Feywild has much to offer. We also have plenty of craftspeople who would lend their expertise in glamour and illusion, storytellers, dream weavers.
All right. Yeah, all this well and good culture exchange. And we've already seen the good that such things can do. All right, so you wouldn't be given necessarily anything military advantageous to us, but you would want our armor specifically. All right.
Well, the Feywild doesn't really have much in the way of military might. Our best talents lie in the magic of the Feywild.
Right, that isn't, yeah. Well and good. So, what would you be needing your armor to do? I've heard you have more than your fair share of issues with the Drundelian Empire.
Indeed. Maybe armor that could be magically resistant to the arcane tricks and wiles of mortal magic. Maybe armor that has contingency plans in the event that someone needs to get back to the Feywild very quickly.
Oh, quite expensive right there, but all right. I think you're resistant to magic. That's something we could work on. Playing a travel it might be a bit harder. Now, my understanding is there's what they call them, fairy circles or the like throughout the world, yes?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'd have to see with our technicians, but if we went through a project of creating a summoning a transportation circle around one of them, I'd imagine we might be able to work that type of key into the armor, or at least kind of a quick fix, like you said. Something that would be there. So not so much like a parachute, but get away, get together with 2 or 3 others. If we spread out the enchantment and the runes over a few suits, I'd probably be. I think we could get you kind of what you wanted.
In everyone else's head, I'm gonna ask what are we actually trying to get out of this person?
DT responds, "Armor, weren't you listening?"
Do we want to ask about the cradle?
I'm getting there.
There. Why don't you work your magic?
And he goes, yeah, and we could send one of our greatest envoys. Her name is Peaches. She is actually the Minister of Commerce for the Summer Court. She would happily come down to arrange quantities and qualities and measures and things like that, and exact contract language, etc., etc. But before I tell her to come here, I am much of an advanced scout for commercial opportunities, and I just have a couple questions about your very unique city. I noticed that you have a very prominent arcane object that seems to generate a lot of the magical power here in the center of your city. It doesn't look particularly stable. I would hate to have my boss come down here and get blown up.
Well, we'd hate to blow up ourselves, but therefore you can be sure that won't happen.
How
that
can we
actually
be sure?
could be one thing of our conversations. If you are of the my understanding is that they have quite a few enchantments, like you said, your spellcraft and whatnot, might be able to help us get a few experts at sleeping or charm magic down here. Maybe we can help our little stability issue. I'm not going to lie, it's pretty obvious what's going on. But even our best people think there's at least another, year before we really have any problems.
Well, if you're looking for people to help with magical issue, you're in luck because, well, DT and I and half of Warden all know magic, and we have seen a lot about strange arcane occurrings all over the continent, so we might be able to help if you wouldn't mind showing us.
Well, just to make sure. Not any of those League of Miracle bastards, are you?
No. Gross.
All right. Could be very clear, want nothing to do with those folks.
Have you had run-ins with them?
Oh my gosh. I got all pushy. I tried to get in from the very beginning, trying to make it all easy. We're like, with dwarves, we like hard work. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? But they can't prove it, unfortunately. But we respect one of the thieves we caught. Was trying to get out of here with some of our proprietary runes.
Exactly. That is why the Feywild does not deal with them. They are... Our king has been suspicious of them from the very beginning.
All right, fair enough. Sure. Let's see here. I can get a meeting with our creator specialists, specifically on the crafting of the runes. It actually is our rune master Gothic's right-hand person. So I can go ahead and Would that be a good meeting? We can see if you're able to provide some help there. That would definitely make the gears smoother for your request.
Well, definitely we would be. Well, we would love to meet with them and see how we can help.
All right. You're going to pass over to the be the rune development section. Give that to one of the rune board operators. That gets you right over. Anything else I can help you with?
Thank you. You've been very helpful. I guess we head out.
All right. Anything as you go that direction? All right. Then I will have the three of you please make a perception check.
Mhm. Ten.
18.
All right. 18. What did Rez get? Or Warning get?
10.
10. And then DT?
Didi says he has the BRB, his dog.
Yep. Oh, good. Oh, I feel that. Dog. So, in that case, then, Laren, I'd say as you're traveling to get onto this rune board, there is a you can see an individual. You just see kind of their back that is off in a corner of what looks like certainly some harvested gems, and they have they seem to be carving a rune in a emerald specifically. The way that they seem are doing it is like it's very kind of archaic, rudimentary, like quickly, and then they go to the next one, kind of giving the impression that they are trying to do it without people seeing them.
Can I tell what the runes are about, or is that too?
I think it'd probably be too far away. You're just kind of walking by without. You have to kind of go over and really interact with it, I'd say.
If no one is like actively super watching us, I'm going to go invisible and approach.
Ooh.
I'll be right back, peoples.
Get a little psychic. Right back.
Don't get yourself killed again.
In that case, go ahead and this can be stealth with advantage.
$25.
Okay. Okay, so as you as you begin to examine it, give me a Arcana check.
Okay. 31.
All right. So 31. Looking at it, there is what seems to be written upon them are actual planar runes. You see specifically that of water, earth, fire, and air, but you can also tell that they seem to be a little bit more conclusive. And I think because are you still tuned to the Book of Evil?
Yeah.
Okay. So with this specifically tuned to corrupted regions of those.
Oh. Is he trying to maybe disrupt whatever balance is going on? Is that a sense I'm getting? Or
Yes.
cool. He looks like humanoid, right? He's a dwarf or a
Yeah.
person looking.
Do you have true sight or anything like that?
Double check. No.
Okay. Then yeah, it looks like a dwarf.
Okay. I'll telepathically tell the Tin Warden I think someone is plotting here to destabilize the magic here.
Well,
He's right
we
here.
know.
Yeah.
We know that they can change how they look, the giants.
Yes. This might be one of them. Are we doing anything about this?
I mean, just attacking a dwarf in the city?
No, like alerting the authorities like we so very rarely do.
We could. I guess that's the sensible thing to do. It didn't even cross my mind.
Okay. Is the woman back there still close by, or have we gone a bit further away?
You've left that area.
I see.
Pretty handedly.
How should we go about and do this?
How should we what?
How should we let people know?
Well, we just spoke to someone who's pretty high ranked, I guess. Maybe inform them.
Right.
Because I don't think speaking to a random guard would be the best.
I could send to her. That works with everybody?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll send to the woman we just talked to. We just found someone in your city who might be a disguised creature trying to disrupt the magic that you are trying to contain. Interested at all?
Yes. Who is it?
I'll tell her where we are. trying to give her a coordinate.
Yeah, kind of there's some whistles, and you see this figure like begin kind of like running as they start to come over. And specifically, you do see some of the there's like names carved on these that seem to be of beings that they're trying to like get power from. Some of them are like Buwim, Cryonax, Imix, Ogramok, Ohidra, and Yansibin.
Are those the evil elementals?
Yes.
Should probably try to get those out of the way.
Does this person look like dressed in any particular way, or I guess what I'm looking for is this person possibly part of the legal miracles?
I would say they don't seem to. They're not in like a league uniform or anything like that. They seem to be dressed to blend in. Like they don't have a little,
Not wearing a name tag that says "bad guy" here.
Yeah, organization ? Nothing like that.
I feel like they could probably catch him. It's just there might be more of them.
Yeah. So you see them come in. They start chasing after this person. You see them looking at the runes, and there's efforts they call in. Like you see from where you're supposed to go, there's rune boards that come down, and it seems like they're on their way to try to erase these from happening. Though you do see one in particular seems to be cracking, as though it's about to fully cast and summon.
I'm going to put a force cage around it.
Oh, interesting. As you put that on there, then you see, thus shielded from, it seems, the power of the cradle, it starts to calm down, and the cracks still there are no longer expanding.
Well, it's only so long I can hold this for. Do you not have a containment protocol for this?
So, right. And people coming around, they start to grab large stones. They go around where you've put the force cage, and they begin inscribing runes on these large tablets. They go, "How long do we have?"
1 hour.
Okay. You over here. And I would say over the course of this hour, at least Laren and these smiths have tried to, they're able to get it so when you drop the force cage, it does seem stable as they're able to disarm it. And there's a few bursts of elemental energy that they start to quell, and they saw it's immediately fire. So they're like, bring the water, and ultimately bring us essentially a large aquarium in which they submerge it in water and then reinforce it with runecraft. And they start to do the same thing as they are understanding like the elements that were called forth.
Oh. That went well. I think the normal procedure is we find somebody, we fight them, all the runes crack in the process, and we fight 4 elementals. But today went well, so lucky us.
I don't know if keeping this thing intact is going to be sustainable.
Probably not.
May have to crack it, kill it, and The city will have to do whatever they have to do.
You know, not every problem needs to be solved with violence, Warden.
The violence is a reasonable route sometimes.
Sometimes, yes, and other times, like now, it could be advantageous for us to leverage the skills of Feywild sorcerers and clerics and druids to enchant, charm, and dream this thing back to sleep.
Right. They were looking for enchantment mages. Maybe you could help them.
Well, I'm not exactly an enchantment mage, but I'm sure King Shinrael would lend and Peaches would send someone to help with the expertise.
How about we can let Warden solve the problem of people trying to sabotage the cradle containment with violence, and then we can talk about the collaboration.
There you go. Point the paladin towards the bad guys. The
Well,
saboteurs.
We can either stop the volcano from exploding today, or we can control the explosion.
Well, we can, well, potentially with magic, we could stop the volcano from exploding for another 10 years.
And then in 10 years, when we're not here,
They'll know what to do. Shiny will still, King Shinrael will still be around.
And we'll get something to do when we get bored in 10 years.
fair enough.
Has to be sustainable about these things.
Think of it this way, Warden. Think of it as putting a battle on layaway. You know what the concept of layaway is?
Enlighten me.
The idea is you reserve an item or an experience in this case for a future date on which upon you can call on it, cash it in, or redeem it for the same amount of effort, i.e., the deals we're making today, without having to expend more effort or resources.
And if this thing goes off unexpectedly, and
Well, sounds like it'll be a big challenge for you then, wouldn't it?
well, what if we aren't even here?
Then it's not our problem, is it?
I'm sure different adventuring groups will pop up and handle it. There are really any balance of them around for some reason.
Layaway it is then.
Right, should we go have that meeting then? We're an hour late. I'm sure they'll understand.
Yep.
Mhm. All right, so going to the rune folks. Is what you had said?
Yeah, go to the meeting with the person.
Very nice. All right. So once again, excuse me. Getting on the rune board and pushing yourselves up and through, you get to, you begin to hear the sounds of chisels over and over, and are greeted with a very brightly lit section, even as underground. Flames burn bright, and you can see they seem to be magical continual flames, all off of a small gem with a rune. And you see, dug into this excavated area, what almost could be like a small village in of itself, of vast amounts of gems in large iron carts and tables that stretch back thousands of feet, all with 3 to 5, mostly dwarven, some elvish folks working very diligently, cutting stone, cutting gems, um, putting their runes in. Vast libraries of runic plates are borrowed, copied, put back in. Plans. It's just this incredible mix of very excited people walking around and looking at your papers. One person looks, all right. Oh, you for the Rune Master.
Yes.
All right, follow me. Mind yourself. You don't want to get hit by one of those hammers. And you, there is just like this magical static in the air that essentially you see like various bits of like places kind of randomly cleaning themselves. You swear you see like a winged cat familiar suddenly manifest before it flies and gets too far away from one workstation and vanishes. As there's all these like kind of somewhat mild random magical effects are happening until you get to you see a lead reinforced area in a hallway where you can't see what's going on. You could hear various like "killer" as more maybe volatile runes are being made. You finally get to a large workshop that looks like it has tables ready, but as you are coming forward, it looks like those tables have been left and people have left the room, and you only come in to see this 10-foot tall individual, Goliath, in this long black cloak with an apron, bunches of various stone and gem dust all in as he is just wiping some stuff off. So what is left? He goes, "Hi, good to meet you. I'm Gothic. Was happy to meet. I had some visitors. Thought you heard you might be willing to work with some of our enchanters. Don't know spell work. I'm not the greatest at some of the stuff, but glad to help you."
Right.
Has everybody we've seen been dwarves in the city so far?
Dwarves and some elves. So the first Goliath you've seen.
Okay.
Kind of sees you stare and he goes, "Adopted."
Tell me about it.
What to say? Yeah. Well, not to bore you too much, but giant raid went by, and apparently I was left behind, and found by Uther during an expedition. Brought up, well, for the most part, there. Did some stupid teenage stuff. Got the crap kicked out of me. And I learned to rune pretty well, I have to say. Understand it. Kind of brought it to the city. But anyway, I'm known as the Rune Master. It's kind of pretentious, I know, but it's how they talk. There's the Silver Master, there's the whatever, so, you know.
And were you taught the rune? Did you inherit this title of Rune Master from your adopted family? Is it a...
No. Actually, I'm the one who taught my dad. I learned it from, well, as a dumb teenager, I thought, I need to be with my people, and I went to live with some giants who weren't the nicest folk you could imagine. Not that all giants are nice, just the ones I found, I think. And learned from them rather painfully. But
Well, where
I had
were
a
these
knack for it.
giants?
What?
Where were these giants?
Oh. Mountains east of Uthadern.
Are those one of the giant tribes that we interacted with?
I mean, you've interacted with a lot of giants, maybe. The mountains of Uthadern. I would say you did. So the ones that you met in Isercross did say they came from the mountains near Uthadern.
Well, so it's not a group that we've completely slaughtered. That's great.
Yeah, these are actually ones you helped.
I don't think there's any group we've completely slaughtered.
Tell that to Vasselheim.
I don't think we've killed any living giants.
You sound disappointed.
No, it's just a fact. I don't think we've killed any living giants. I don't think we've slaughtered anyone. Maybe a fire giant or two, but outside that.
Oh yeah, we did actually kill a bunch of giants when we went to get your bird.
A couple fire giants, but they were.
Now you really sound disappointed.
We didn't raise their city.
Yeah, because it was another city that we raised. Okay. Well, but we're really just here to learn more, hoping to learn a bit more about the whatever you're trying to keep contained and how it's acting up.
And not do any war crimes.
We don't do war crimes. None that can be proven, anyways.
So what were you asking him?
How the thing they're trying to keep contained is like acting up, and how are they handling it currently?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's been a bit problematic. Yeah, not been able to figure that one out. Even with the wave's help, hasn't worked out too well. But and he kind of goes, so basically, from what I can tell, there's something in there that wants to, awaken. It was fine at the beginning. We just kind of were digging rich gem, built the area. It wasn't really until we got down to the lowest level that we realized that there was a source of it, actively producing. Now, be it these gems that, now once we understood that they're made, we were able to tap more into the energy that they have. They're very special, but as we used them more and more, that's when we started to realize that our use and inscription of them started to, I guess, add more energy to what they call the cradle. And it began, then producing more, which made us increase production, and then started producing more, and then we started to realize one of my techs was saying they think it might be hatching. Some of my folks who work on it closely say that they see a rock with a large eye that talks to them in their sleep.
And I'm assuming you have a bunch of warriors at the ready in case it does wake up?
I mean, we do have some procedures, evacuation. Yeah, we've some warriors, but not. Given what the power it's been able to put out, we're not entirely confident in our military solutions.
Well, here is a military option for you. I push Warden forward hard.
We've certainly killed a few. We've never kept them contained.
Well, part of the problem I think we have is everyone's been trained so much on our equipment and whatnot, and I'm not entirely sure any of it will be effective against it. I mean, it came from it. Might be immune to everything we've built here. And I might get in the fray, and that's all I can really do. But if the powers that be definitely want us to keep it asleep. We're also not sure if some of our things might lose. I don't think it would lose all effectiveness, but some of it might be a little more temporary. The magical charge and energy we're able to get from these gems right now is essentially limitless.
Well, we wouldn't kill it. We would put it back to sleep after we broke the cradle.
Looks a little bit. So there might be a diminished production. Still, I fought things that came from rock before. And we're in a big rock city. I'd be a little worried about our infrastructure.
Well, that is the backup plan. The first plan is, sleep enchantment. Lullabies. Laren can sing a lullaby. Warden, you can back her up.
Well, on that note, have you ever thought about a more permanent or stronger containment imprisonment ritual for it? It's certainly a very powerful being, but it's not potentially impossible.
Well, yeah, the wife sent me something that would put it in a stone or something, but that would cut off all the energy. So we need it to be, keep doing its job, keep giving us these gems, while not exploding.
Well, kind of put your forge on an active volcano.
Yeah, but I mean, the advances we've been able to make and understand about runecraft, it's quite amazing. You saw the rune boards, right? We have to keep it under wraps, But I mean, we might even be able to have dwarven skyships.
That is very impressive.
Of course, that would, cause some issues with Cat, but we're so remote that I think we could get a good, foothold before anything got out.
Issues with who?
Marquette, their union is I ran into some issues with them once a few years ago, but the Upstair Union, they try to keep the only flying ships they're flying ships. I was out in Isacross in some ruins and found some old broomstone, and it was a big international hullabaloo. I had to hand it over, and it was anyway. So I knew this time to keep our technology a bit more secret and safe.
Well, do y'all do a lot of business with Marquette?
No, but they. You'd be surprised how fast they act to keep their monopoly on sky travel.
Do you have a schedule on how fast things are progressing with this cradle?
Yeah, we've got readings, and goes out and picks a big chest where you can see there's about like 10 binders full of notes. You have that if you like.
Right. And of the people who are trying to disrupt your work, are you aware of them?
Yeah, I saw the alarm. I heard of that. I know there's a few. We pissed off the league, and just said I was hoping the union doesn't know. Saren Union, and this is a big movement. I mean, technically, we're an independent state here, but we still have strong ties with Uthadar, and we struck out independence and made it known a while ago to help avoid some international incidents, but also means, we don't quite have the protections. And, we've had issues with the Iron Authority, and it's been rough. So I'm not too surprised we have another saboteur.
Well, I don't think your saboteurs are any authority that you would recognize. I think it's giants trying to break this thing free.
Oh, yeah. Heard those that have been watching us, or?
No, not the ones watching. They're just observing, but there's a group of them that broke off that trying to accelerate what's happening with it.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, I can understand that to a degree, anyway.
You know about the ones watching you.
Oh, I went to talk to them myself. They a bit cryptic, talked a little bit about various things, but at any rate, listen, the problem with the giants is the thing could happen or it could not. We shall see. The choices,
I got that same vibe.
It's not the best thing you can bring to a board meeting, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we do have two options, and I think neither of them end with production going up.
Well, if best way I see it is if we can get it, back to sleep in, or at least a little more passive. And we don't want. I feel like if it wakes up, we're going to have a big problem. I mean, it could bring down, before anyone's able to quell it, it could bring down the whole structure. So I know you're traders, and I was told maybe be able to help our runes be a bit more resilient, better with sleeping.
Sorry, what was the question?
You said you thought you guys would help. You would be able to help get it to sleep, or kind of regress the progress of it awakening.
That is what our plan is.
I think we might need to see it closer up to figure things out. Surely you understand observation, things like that.
Looks at you. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Me? Why? Oh, that's not bad. 21.
Okay.
Me, why? I only have a +9.
It's not like you're a crazy persuasion, but okay.
Yeah, so you look up and goes, well, okay, fair enough. Yeah, go ahead and take a look. Let's see here. Here's some notes that there's some ideas that Shauna had on it, and but again, hers are mostly put it in a jar. But
Well, we also did just see some chains from the Chained Oblivion. Could we draw any sort of inspiration from that?
One of my original idea was to chain up, imprison it. That might be effective. You could still access it, but it wouldn't be able to break free. But then it might suppress its abilities and such that.
but basically, get you the documents you would need to like begin to research and get close to it.
Let's see. From Shauna.
Yeah, you see these notes of another wizard, Shauna, who had done a little bit more. That was more of put it in a jar, lock it up, and don't tell anybody. Yeah, she'd love to come down, but people would die.
Oh, we've met Shauna.
Oh, nice! You know
Interesting
this
character.
is excellent. Yeah, I know she's cursed and stuff. So,
Right.
can't really be in a civilization like this.
That's right. Alright, off to the cradle. Let's see what we can figure out. I still think Warden might need to fight something at the end of the day.
Well, we do need to stop these giants somehow.
True.
Fair enough. All right, so you want to make your way back to the cradle then, or is there another step you want to make?
I think I'm first to the cradle to see what's going on, and then anything else?
Well, I would like to speak to the giant they captured at some point, but we can head to the cradle first.
Right.
All right. Yep. So make your way to the cradle. Like I described it before, being harvested and your documents. There is a guard that actually follows you fairly closely because there's definitely higher security over here. But you can see the production and the movements, and you almost see occasionally there's like an outline of an eye that then kind of vanishes very quickly as you try to look at it.
Just looking about. So how big is the cradle again? Or is this one like in the rocks or something like that?
It's mostly exposed. It's about 30 feet wide.
Let's see. Can we tell, like, combined from the records they gave us and what they told us and how the cradle is acting right now, how long do we have before it hatches or breaks? Or...
Give me another Arcana check.
$28.
All right. I think you're seeing things that the rest have missed a little here. You think that there's probably about 24 hours.
Oh.
It seems as though you see the eye in movements. It's been pretending to be more asleep than it was before.
I think we need to tell them to get out of the city.
Don't have faith in yourself? Don't think you can get it done in 24?
What? A containment ritual that we don't even have the blueprint yet in 24 hours? No.
Call me an optimist. Well, I mean, we should definitely warn them.
Right. So
I mean, if we rest, if we get sleep, tomorrow I could cast a spell on it to sleep for a year.
Yeah, that would be helpful. How does that work?
You probably haven't heard of it. It's a spell called Mass Suggestion. It's very, very particular.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you don't think a scion of the giant gods would be immune to being charmed?
Is it a... Oh yeah, it is a charm condition. Well, how can we make it not immune to charmed?
I don't think that's something we can take away. We could... I don't know what we could do. We could try to fight it elsewhere. But I think stopping it from breaking at this time might be more difficult than we thought. I thought we had maybe a week, 2 weeks. It's 24 hours.
Maybe we'll do something to lower it, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
So given its currently what is going on.
Oh, we should definitely go tell them first and see what they think. Maybe we could do a ritual or something to slow it.
What about the imprisonment spell?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but also I don't know how well it'll work on it. We could definitely try. It might slow the awakening.
Can you cast that spell?
I can. Give me an hour.
Okay. So what do we want to tell them?
Tell them the cradle is about to break in 24 hours if we don't do anything.
Yeah, they should know. Hey, Rune Master. Is he still around?
You left and went to the cradle.
Oh, right. I thought he came with us. Shall we go back and tell the Rune Master, or do we go and tell the lady?
Any one of them. The room master is closer. We should go tell him first. Maybe he could let everybody else know. I don't know what's their protocol for evacuating the city. Or
Okay, we'll head back to the Rune Master.
I will. Spellcasting is not like prohibited around here, right? Is that
Correct? No.
okay? Let me double check. I can set this. Can I set down an alarm spell on the ground and set it to go off if a giant creature approaches the range?
So is this just like the regular alarm spell?
Yeah.
It
I don't know how it works.
normally just goes where it has just any creature, right?
It says I can designate creatures that won't set off the alarm. I don't know how big that range goes.
Okay, that makes sense. So I think you could do I think you could do creature type, but if someone has a certain form does have that creature type.
Yeah, makes sense though. All right, let's just go talk to the master.
Okay, so I kind of telling you goes a day. It's crazy. I don't. None of our calculations show that.
Well, it's better at pretending than we all originally thought. So, any ideas? I mean, DT mentioned that we could try to imprison it, maybe slowing it from waking up, but we might need some help to make the spell more potent.
I can definitely help you. We can try to prepare if you want. This is all going to be going to kill the production, right?
Oh yeah, well, ideally go back to sleep for a little bit.
Okay. He kind of looks and he goes through some notes as well. Can definitely get you out. Full of who I have here, I can hope to. I know Shauna warned me that if we were to do something direct like this, that It might wake, or she said she thought maybe some people were putting other influences in it. That could be a type of reaction.
Oh, that's true.
So I think I might be able to come up with I'll see what I can do with the authorities. I might be able to at least clear the lower ring. Then be ready for whatever comes.
All right. You have 23 hours and 47 minutes. Good luck.
That's what we get for getting help from people. You kind of gather some paper and start getting to go. Get going.
Rune Master is the Rune Master still or did he
You
leave?
just send him away, but you can ask him a question before he leaves.
Yeah. You don't know of any magical runes that would take away a creature's immunity to magical effects, do you?
That's currently in research, but no, it's still definitely not near production. We just had an injury. Someone lost a left hand, so I I halted research on that particular one.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Okay. And starts to go further. All right, then. Because they're trying to get that next few hours, there is movement. It seems like they believe they can get people up to the upper, but they're not ready. They don't really have the means, like, just put the whole population traveling the mountains this quick. So for a day, the most they can do is get people to the upper reaches. Some people on the outside, but it depends on where you want to put your efforts here.
So I think like knowing that the people who are trying to disrupt this containment was trying to summon like elementals from other planes and things like that, I would like to try to put a private sanctum around the area where the cradle is to block like planar travel, planar energy vibes.
Makes sense.
I think I'd like to talk to the prisoner they have.
All right. Yeah, we can do that. Let's go ahead and go on our break, and then we'll come back to the prisoner conversation.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, in that case, as somewhat fog extends over the area where you're going to be casting the spell. Warden makes their way. They do have iron prison cell. You do see a few runes that seem to be made to prevent specifically magic being cast. Essentially, as you walk in, you come under an anti-magic field.
Does that affect like my paladin abilities or just spellcasting?
So it's saying magical effects, I believe. So it would get like any magical abilities.
Okay, yep, I gotcha. Okay.
But you do see the individual having been captured. They do take you in, and they do, as opposed to a dwarf form you saw them before, you see sitting there is a Earth Genasi. They themselves having almost what looks like gem growths out of their skin a bit as they look at you. Go. What? I have a visitor.
I just wanted to get to know you. Why you're doing this.
What species did you say he was?
Earth Genasi. Look, to what I do. Can't say I'm much into wise. And talk to any of them. Not necessarily going to talk to you, sir.
Well, I think I know a little bit more than them.
All right. If you say so.
I know you're trying to get your god back. At least the giants are. I assume you're working with the giants.
Maybe.
Have you ever thought about just moving past it? And if you can't, going to seek him out instead of trying to drag him back here?
Yeah. Maybe maybe the world wasn't meant for us in the first place. We're always fighting for every bit of scrap of everything. We've made a mess of it anyway.
I can certainly respect fighting for every bit of scrap, but it seems like you're losing it all. Maybe a change of tact.
Well, we all get our orders. Not on the high end of it. Just doing my job.
So you saw the side's been losing for thousands of years. You decided to stick with it?
Give me a persuasion check.
Uh, 27.
This isn't the only battlefield. There's many, and there's winners and losers, different ones. Besides, it's not just one thing. Eventually, stuff gets worn down. You take our sleeping friend down there. Even if he's up just for a little bit. Every second weakens the walls.
How many seconds do you think the others were up? How many seconds do you think it's going to take?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's them, nor does it matter if it's some other force. Every incursion.
The incursion?
Every incursion weakens it just a bit more. After all, there was the Great One a few years back. The scars are still there. Not every incursion's going to be as profound as that. But
Can I
there's more we can do.
insight check, see what he's talking about?
Talking about, I think, planar walls. I think it's I guess, yeah, do an insight check.
Nine.
Being a little dodgy, not entirely sure.
Well, if your siege takes too long, they do repair their walls. The world isn't going to stand by and watch as the gate just slowly degrades over thousands of years. You know that?
Maybe not. But, they might repair, but more damage is done before they can.
You know, if I were you, I would look at the battlefield, the terrain you're on, and understand you'll never have the advantage, and you'll probably always be in this position.
Maybe, but see with me.
What do you say?
I say, see with me, they've got my family. So, they ask you to do a job, and for your family, you do the job. If you end up imprisoned, you do. If I'm here the rest of my life, away from them, and then, well, there's no change, is there?
Well, you're in here and they can't know what you say. So if you tell me where they have your family, I'll make sure they get out, even if you are in prison for the rest of your life.
He really looks at you. Really. Oh.
I'm already going after him. Why would I stop there? There's a sigh there. Well, in in my case, it's ogre mock. Is that in the city?
No, it goes. He's the Prince of Evil Earth.
Is that a giant city?
I know he's talking about actually an elemental plane
Elemental plane.
called the Mountain of Doom. They have him there on the Earth, imprisoned, caught up. And so their sense asked me to do this thing. I'd escaped before. Was living with the tribes before they found me and told me they had my family, showed me them. But if you're able to find a way there, then more power to you.
Oh, we've been to more difficult places to get to.
Dangerous landscape.
Why can't they just... Why do they need Exandria?
Through my love.
Why can't they try to get their god to the plane of Earth?
Well, it kind of breaks down. Ogremark's got a lot of giants working for him. They found this place. Imagine it's a way to get their loyalty. So he cares. Plus, like I said, every time there's an incursion, like with Thordak, whatever comes through, the walls are just a bit weaker. Everything about this place wants it to go back to the way it was. Formless, unmade. See, the giants of the evil earth, they don't think that Scareus is out there at all. But they think its scion might tear down the walls enough for them to get revenge on their kin. They're counting on it being defeated. There's heroes, there's champions. But every pillar down is more for a marching army.
Well, we'll just have to pay a visit to this Earth plane. See what we can do about their army. Once you start making incursions here, don't expect to go unanswered. This is...
More power to you, my friend. Like I said, I wasn't any part of it. I had left. hunted the great beasts in the plains.
If I do get your family out, I'll come back here and see if I can get you out. If you have my word, if I have your word to run.
Looks at you, slowly nods.
Can you tell me any more information about who else is in the city?
6. Well, 5 besides me. I came from the Mountain of Doom. There's one from the Eternal Flame, another of the Well of Endless Anguish, the 4th from the Howling Hatred, and then the Lord of Ooze sent their representative, and then the Prince of Evil Cold sent theirs. I don't know where they are. Mine was to inscribe. With that going, they might have fled. Well, unless they had other orders.
Well, you don't know what they were doing, you just know that they were here?
They're here for the same reason I am. Ultimately, to see the thing awaken, but what their initial plan was, I don't know. Just the servants for the princess, the Well of Endless Anguish. I just knew they were operating in the waterways. The rest I didn't meet.
Well, I appreciate your time. I'll see what I can get done for you.
Thank you.
And I'll head back to the rest of them until Aaron and DT what I heard.
Anything for DT?
Nope. He would have just been hanging around watching Laren and keeping an eye out for any suspicious activity approaching the cradle. You promised to break him out later?
No, I promised to break out his family, and if I can get them here, I would see if I could get him released.
Oh.
So we have to go to this plane to deal
Okay.
with?
Don't have to. I said I would try, but
Right.
something we can do.
But we need to consider those 5 people.
Consider what?
Those 5 people were still presumably here.
Running around?
Yep. So what are we going to do? We have time. We have a little bit of time. We could go try to track down the rest of them and see what they're doing.
Well, aren't they all just going to try to come here? Or wouldn't it be
Possibly we could
easier
just wait around.
to
Well-
set a trap?
Are they evacuating the city? or this part of the city?
Yeah. They haven't begun the evacuation up to the upper levels.
Well, if we can keep a guard here and arrest whoever stays, that wouldn't be a bad place to start.
What would you like to do?
I can't really leave the cradle alone, so just
We could put a wall of force around it.
could. Then 10 minutes later.
I know I could do it for 24 hours.
Nice. Let's maybe do that and see.
What?
Do that, and then we can see who comes nearby and. Right?
Yep. DT will pull out some Fey energy from the air, tap his staff on the ground, and cast Wall of Force and spend a sorcery point to use extended spell, which allows him to extend it up to 24 hours.
All right. What was this spell again?
Wall of Force.
Are you putting that around the...
Yeah.
Okay. So we got Private Sanctum, we got a Wall of Force. Sounds good. Anything else?
Should we hide?
I don't. I am not the stealthiest, so if you would like to hide.
Yeah, Warden can just stand at the edge of my private sanctum and look menacingly like a token of death.
Well, yes, I mean that. Yeah, I mean that makes sense because they wouldn't leave this thing unguarded. We need to at least have one, at least one guard posted to make it look sellable. Could you look a little bit meaner, though, Warden? More intimidating. Maybe grimace.
Warden isn't intimidating enough for you, DT? Where did you come from?
Well, there's like 5 of them and only 1 of him.
Right.
Well,
Flare
rather
or-
than underestimate me, I guess.
No. I know what you're capable of, but it's you have very soft eyes. That's all.
Are you hitting on me, DT? I'm married.
No. I prefer my guys more intimidating. So
Okay. I don't have any spells. That would really do too much. I guess I do have a rock with me. I could have. I don't know how high these ceilings are. If they're high enough to even have it in here.
What did you want to do?
Just have it circling above.
No, so no, you were saying you didn't have any spells. What were you wanting to do spell wise?
I just don't have any spells that can alter myself to make myself look more intimidating, or ones that last very long in the very least.
Oh, I have a disguise kit.
I'll pass on the makeup.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I will just stand watch openly.
DT will try to hide somewhere nearby.
Yes.
What's there do?
Sitting invisibly nearby.
Okay, so and you're kind of on the lookout. So you can do a group perception check. $16.
13.
And Laren.
14.
All right. In that case, as you spend the next few hours watching, you don't detect anything unusual. No one seems to come near the guards that are in around, but most of the city's been evacuated. Some rune cannons have been set up to try to do suppressing fire, depending on what you do. But nothing that sparks your further investigation.
Can I try to get higher up, like on a building or something, so that I can maybe get a different vantage point? Or a wider area of view?
Yeah, I mean, you can try to go up. Sure, go up high and give me another perception check.
26.
Okay. In that case, I think from as you look from there, you see 5 others. Oh, sorry, you see 4 individuals that seem to be moving out of sync with most of the other guards, though they seem to have guard uniforms upon them. And as you get a sense of them, there is a mighty crash from this large runic tower as torrents of water begin to pour into the center basin. Here. And they start walking more hurriedly, beginning to create almost like a type of flood.
He will, through the psychic connection, say, well, they're dressed as guards, they're coming this way and bringing a flood of water.
Sounds reasonable to me.
Yeah, very reasonable.
Maybe get off the ground.
Right. So the situation here is like we're on the lowest level, so they're like kind of trying to flood this area. Is that what's going on?
Yes.
Hmm.
And you can see one in particular now. The others and now the guards are kind of moving. They're guarding. But you see one guard suddenly beginning to float, and they float towards a large rune. In the side that almost looks like it's like temperature control for the whole cavern. And as alarms go and people are wondering what is happening, more people beginning evacuated, they are beginning to make very precise defacements in it.
How far away?
From you, it's probably about a good 500 feet. Because you're kind of an upper echelon.
Well, I will activate Invincible Conqueror. And I guess hop on Blitz. I guess I'll head to the person who's defacing, whatever that is.
Alrighty. Let's just go that way, and as you do, you can see that they've begun to shift their form and grow to like almost enormous ice form as they are beginning to crush into this. And so, let's see here. I have up in maps, really something that's going to serve our purposes, but isn't going to be a precise visual representation. But at least helps us with our experience here.
Are we outside?
No, that's what I'm saying. This was the best I could really figure for what we were trying to do. It's like essentially here is the cradle. It's also a little massive enough. So yeah, so for DT's investigations, DT was effectively back here.
Where I am is okay? Oh, no, you moved me.
Yeah, about there.
I don't see me.
Zoom out a little bit.
Oh, I see. Okay.
All right. And with this, I can all roll initiative.
Uh, 19.
All right. So 1931. And what did DT get?
18.
Alrighty. So with that, we can start with Laren.
One question. So about the flood, right? Does it seem like it's going to hit the people who are trying to get out of the city in general, or is it just coming towards the cradle direction?
Sure. So ultimately, it essentially was opened up. I'm gonna put this little blue sticker.
Okay,
It looked like it was almost like a water tower or water producing tower
I see.
that they had made thing, and that's where it come. And that person kind of got it out of here. It was what GT didn't see. It just started coming. The other ones were moving.
Huh.
And now there's water kind of piling up and stopping at the wall of force. But you can imagine adding various energies to the equation.
I see. I have an interesting idea since there are no people around aside from us. So I am going to get closer to where the water is coming in.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I'm going to bonus action activate my blade song because that's what I do. But I am going to take out a sapphire in my hand and crush it and summon my sphere of annihilation
Oh!
and have it. Yeah, I'm gonna get where the water is coming from, and I'm gonna put the orb right there.
Okay, that effectively is going to stop the water, leaving just about 2 feet of water around the basin.
Told you
Very
it's-
good.
told you it's
The
going
water
to
that was
come in
just
handy.
flowing into the abyss.
Yeah, I hope whoever is getting it likes it. That's my turn.
Go to Warden.
How far away is the abominable yeti?
Well, this is about 50 feet.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that was actually representative of.
Yeah, no, there's the distances. That's why I have it, so we have some distance.
Gotcha.
It's motion.
I will go up and attack, not undead or fiend, I'm guessing.
Correct.
First, I will bonus action cast Holy Weapon. And then attack. Eek. I will add 10 to that to make it a 27.
Oh, very nice. So that will hit.
24. 32 damage. Channel divinities. And then next attack. Oh, so close. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Uh, 28 damage. 21 to hit.
That hits as well.
Uh, 23 damage. And that is my turn.
Right. They are bloodied. We'll go to DT.
DT is. Can I still see the Is that the 4 over there on the right?
No, you don't know where these are yet. I was just kind of getting my guys ready to go.
Okay. DT is the only thing I can do is really get over there. So I'm going to fly. Where is my flying speed? Flying speed. Well, I guess that's my walking. So yeah, he's just going to. I'm going to use my movement to go 30 feet, and then I will use my action to dash an additional 30 feet, and then I will use my bonus action to Misty Step 30 feet, which will get me here. And that's my turn.
Very good. And with that, we'll swipe towards. Because they're going to continue their etchings here, so. Go ahead and do that. And as they scratch, you can see that it seems to be keeping this temperature fairly decent here suddenly begins to turn it cold. As now it's quite chilly, not enough to freeze just yet, but that does seem to be what they are trying to do. So everyone starts to shiver a little bit. So go to Laren.
Laren is going to see if from this distance she can try to dispel the magic on whatever, like, ruin etching is doing.
Try to spell specifically, I guess, what they're adding to it.
Yeah. Can I do that?
Yeah, let's go ahead and roll it.
Cool.
Jeez.
It's a 19.
All right, with a 19, their progress flashes and dissolves as the temperature begins to return to normal.
That's my turn. I will return a little bit closer to the cradle, but that's my turn.
Got it. Go to Warden.
I will. Oh, I can grab that for some reason. I will keep attacking the Yeti. Uh, 24. 31 damage.
Nice.
32. For 25 damage, I think. Sounds about right. There we go. Natural 20. Or 60. 3. $78 damage.
Jeez, how do you want to kill it?
I think he's basically frozen himself to the side of whatever he's doing, and I'll sever him at the arms and legs and have him fall to the ground.
Nice.
And then I will head over to these guys and block their path. Do I have a bonus action I can do? Bonus action.
All right, so you may do that. Let me actually get these because I was going to say they go to get placed at the top of the round. I was just trying to find.
Oh, I got you. Sorry.
You're good. So they could effectively, yeah. This one is trying to make their way directly center. This guy here, actually, you can see. Looks like they're basically almost like appears like they're running away, trying to get with the refugees. And then this here now has begun to float and take position about 100 feet above the wall of force. And I'm going to say essentially over here, this is going to be where a lot of the forges were, where this one seems to be messing with a lot of the forges of, like, trying to mess with runes, where the anvils and where they were specifically making some of the tools to forge weapons.
I will fly towards the one heading towards the refugees. And then I don't have any bonus actions I can do. Yep, that's my turn.
Got it. All right. And with that, we'll go to DT.
Do I know, like, elementals, are they weak to, like, their opposite element? So, like, fire elementals, are they weak to, like, cold?
Not usually. They sometimes like for instance, like sometimes like water can harm fire elementals, but not necessarily cold. So sometimes sometimes certain elements can, especially water to fire, can harm, but others not so much.
Okie doke. I am going to cast a 5th level fireball at the elemental above the force wall.
Got it.
And oops. Fireball. Yep.
Okay, so whole fireball on them.
Yep.
They're a fail.
29 points of fire damage.
Okay, they begin to take all of that.
And for my bonus action, I will simply say, hey, get away from there. That's it.
You got it. With this, they are able to scribe onto the forges here. And you see a portal begin to open. And from it, 3 beams of fire emerge in the forward section, begin to they take up points similar to this, try and essentially begin to channel. And you see this rune of fire begin to form. And as it does so, there is a orange aura that begins to surround the one that's approaching. That does look like they're in a large metal suit. And the runes upon their suit glow orange, at least some of them, as they are being activated.
Which one's in the suit? Oh, that one. Never mind.
Mhm.
The one in the big red circle?
Yep. Right. The air one here, in a similar fashion, great winds begin to come up, making flying a little more difficult, creating difficult terrain in the flying space. And here they are going to summon elementals of air that take up a similar one, and this pale white glow begins to form as they channel as well.
How far up are these things being summoned?
100 feet.
Okay.
Okay, and then when that warden's chasing off of, puts their hand out, and the water that is assembled forms into a large rune, like taking a strange shape, so not perfectly spread. As a cooler blue begins to go across the suit. And with that, bad. The suited individual is going to make their way right to this wall of force.
What?
Just up to it.
Oh.
And they place their hands on it and begin chanting as this strange, translucent, gooey substance begins to form from them, channeling the powers of the runes in the room. As we go to Laren.
Way too many people doing magic here. See how far away am I from those fire peoples? Okay. You said the flying is difficult terrain here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I have 60. Over here. Then I am going to look at all of the fire ones. And then I can't really reach. So this clockwork one as well. So the 5 of them I need. I'm going to try to cast banishment.
Ooh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and clockwork.
Yep.
They're wasting no time.
Need them gone.
Right, that's charisma save.
Yep.
All right. I'm just going to roll this for fun. -2. So that is banished. Then what's your DC?
What's my DC? 24.
Okay. I love it. Yep. And banished because they cannot make the DC.
Right.
Alright.
Yep. Bonus action. I am going to. What's the lighting condition here? Is it dim light, bright light?
That's bright light.
Okay. Then I'm just going to stay there.
Okay. Holding as the other ones curse.
Banishment is concentration, right?
We go to Warden.
I guess I will just attack the water elemental Myrmidon.
Got it.
There is a number under my dice. 30.
Yep. That hits.
32 damage.
Okay, and they can't resist your attacks, right?
My piercing.
Your piercing. This is piercing, right?
Most of that was radiant.
32.
19 to hit.
19 does hit. AC 18.
Uh, 24 damage. Uh, 23. Six, and then did it look like he was?
It was a 23 for 26 damage.
Yes, but I'm gonna add some more on top of that. Does it seem like he's trying to get away towards like the civilians, or he was just trying to get over here to do something?
Actually, it looked like they're going to try to like re-blend in with the civilians. Like they had done what they were sent to do.
Let's see if this works. I'll go ahead and cast it, but can he be frightened?
Yes.
Then I need a wisdom save.
Eight.
Okay, so he is frightened of me, and he takes 9 damage. So his movement speed is 0 because he is within my aura.
Ooh. Struck and stuck. Go to DT.
I'm going to cast Command at 4th level, and you use a point, sorcery point, to do twin spell, and on all of the air elementals and the Myrmidon, cast command and tell them to flee.
Okay.
DC 19 Wisdom.
Make sure is twin spell. You used to have that it had to be a single target spell.
Yeah, no, they changed it to when you cast a spell that can be cast with a higher level spell slot to target an additional creature, you can spend 1 sorcery point to increase the spell's effective level by 1.
Oh, so it's effective level. So it doesn't double. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Thank you. I wasn't sure what we were doing. All right. So with that command, and that's a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. That doesn't matter. We're charmed. What should he see?
It is 19.
Okay. There's a 19 on the die. Right. Eight. Okay. So therefore, these 3 are commanded. That was to do what?
Flee.
Flee. Okay. Sounds good.
And then for my bonus action, that's it. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. So let's see. A flee, they have to go away from you.
That's a good question. Command flee. Yes, away from me.
In that case, it got so much movement too. Yeah. They basically go to walls, find cracks, and just start. Oop, not these guys. They start to just. They vanish as they just go through various cracks and go into the mountain, into various passages. So they're currently gone.
Well, it's not banishment, Laren, but it has the same effect.
And go to this person. Is stuck with Warden.
And he takes 10 damage at the start of his turn.
Jeez. They have a speed of 0.
I love that Warden is just attacking the one that's actually trying to just escape.
Pretty much.
I don't want them to escape.
Okay. They will take their trident and whisper as it glows, and they toss it past you and trying to toss it down into the water. As they say, "Come forth, princess," and try to hit the water rune.
Should have disadvantage since he is frightened.
Perfect. All right, we'll see to hit this. It's relatively low, so they're going to have to do a 14. So I'm going to roll. I got exactly 14 on disadvantage. And so now the rune is vibrantly glowing as they smile, and it seems like they're no longer like having to maintain a type of concentration. With that, they cannot move. We go up to Laren.
Where is this water rune thing? That's.
I'm sorry, Laren, because the I've got the one elemental actually did get its turn.
Oh, cool.
It would have tried to probably in vain do things to you.
Okay.
first thing is, yeah, it'll occupy your space and force a strength save.
Yeah, that's probably going to work, right? 5.
Okay. It's the only thing it's ever gonna do. All right, so that comes to 24 thunder damage.
Thunder.
Throws
Okay.
you around and is going to toss you over to the wall of the things and give you prone.
Okay.
Which I think with your magic, I don't know what that drops.
Yeah, it does. I think. I don't know what their new rules are, but it should.
Okay. So you're kind of on that 100. Well, you're about 100 feet up, like with the air elementals.
No, I was targeting the one near the forge, however high that was.
Okay.
I don't know.
We'll call it 30.
Yeah.
And so now you're prone upon the ground. And unless you get a very horrible con save. Well, it depends, because you got the 24, and then we got an additional 9.
Yeah, I still can't break my concentration right now.
Yeah. Fair enough. As then we go to Laren.
Laren will stand up. And, where is the water ruin thing that's flaring now that they...
Yeah, so
It's the blue circle?
Yeah, but it's about this big.
Okay, let me measure something. I don't know how big the 100 feet? 100 feet?
Oof.
That is the space where things can't come in via planar travel because of private sanctum.
Okay. Well, in that case, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know if he would have like relocated it or something.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, it's a big cloudy area that they
Yeah.
know what's up. So we're gonna say it's more to the side then. We'll just avoid.
Okay. That's good. And then I'll try to attack this area elemental first and see what happens.
Because I did know it couldn't get to the thing directly. Like that,
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't gonna be able to do that. So.
One sec. Okay. 17 to hit.
17. Get this up. Is going to hit.
Okay. Uh, 22 plus 35 points of force damage.
Okay.
And second attack. 27. Uh, 25 points of what damage is this? Slashing and necrotic damage.
Okay. Can they resist your slashing if they can?
No.
Okay.
And 2 more attacks. Coming. 23 to hit for 22 points of force damage.
Nice.
33 to hit. Uh, 30 points of damage.
All right. How do you want to kill it?
Laren, very angry about being thrown to a wall and then falling, tears into it with her scimitars and render it to arrow pieces. And I am going to move a little bit to in between the ruin and the cradle. That's my turn.
We'll go to Warden.
I will try to finish off this guy in front of me. Natural 20. Or
Nice.
That's your second one tonight, wasn't it?
Yep.
Nice.
I have the hiccups, but uh 78 97 damage.
All right. With that, how do you want to kill him?
I will stab him through the back of the neck and throw him face first into a puddle of water.
Nice.
God damn it.
Sorry.
There's nothing else left.
Correct.
Okay. I will fly back to everyone else and hold my breath.
Nice. So go to DT.
DT will hold an Eldritch Blast because there's nothing else. If another enemy comes into sight.
Okay. Very good. In that case, as you do, waters begin to spew forth as the rune explodes, summoning a massive, rubbery-skinned creature massive wave rises up, their eyes glowing green. This water goes around, and it exists just outside. And it speaks. Goes. It calls out, walls, weaken, weaken, weaken. And this whole thing begins to tremble. And especially Laren, you can feel energies beginning to shift here, as though the planar walls are becoming thin with their presence. And I'll also take this opportunity. Something. There we go. Okay, awesome. With that, inside this vast place, it begins to feel like acid rain begins to come down. As clouds form. Actually, for right now, I need a Constitution save from everybody. As a loud boom of thunder happens with her voice.
The 30. God damn it. 5.
32.
Is Warden within close to me?
No.
Am I not? I thought.
Oh, you might be actually. Sword and
Oh
with
no,
that.
I'm not. Fuck, sorry. I thought I
31.
measured it out.
How close you gotta be?
30.
Just outside.
Okay.
Sorry. And 20 for the rock.
I got a 17.
17. In that case, that is DT, you would take 5 thunder, 2 thunder for everyone else, and DT, you are deafened. And with that, we'll go to Laren.
Can I get my held?
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Does a 19 hit?
19 will hit Lutija.
11 points of force damage. And then a 32 to hit for 12 points of force damage. Does a 15 hit?
15 will get absorbed by the water.
24 to hit
Yep.
for 15 points of force damage.
Nice.
And that's it.
Got- Right, take a legendary action. For here, let me actually do this real quick. All right, legendary action. They call out again as the planar walls begin to weaken. You start to see strange faces emerge as if they've been awaiting this moment to interfere. All outside the sanctum. So we are at stage 2 of that, so we get an idea of what's going on. On the map, as we go to Laren.
Laren is going to try to stop what's going on, so she is going to whisper to this strange creature and try to stop them. It's going to maddening whispers. I need a what is it? Charisma saving throw.
Okay. Charisma save. Would be 25.
Yep, that will save. And as a bonus action. Can I do moment to think and try to think about what's going on around here? All of the strange voices. So what will happen if the planar barrier fully fails? Or
Yeah. So do an Arcana check.
okay, is this evil enough?
Oh yeah, this is very evil.
Yay! 38.
Okay, so you can see you've done a lot to prevent it. Ultimately, there's you understand that from all the various things you prevented, there's beings that aren't able to assist. But the walls here, you feel like there's outer plane lurking, as well as elemental plane of evil water, and even like influence from the negative plane. And ultimately here, this utilizing this harvested power of a being that wasn't not really supposed to be an imprisoned titan, basically, and what is more or less pieces of its body and blood all inscribed within the city itself, using this as a focus to punch a hole in the protections of the gate. That is what it is trying to do, to make a hole right now.
I see. So, Warden, hit it really hard. As I turn low.
All right. Looks like she's spelling. Cool. Go to Warden.
I will listen to learn. Still not fiend or undead, all elementals.
Yep, so elemental.
What size is this guy?
Gargantuan. Oh, huge. I'm sorry. He's huge.
Okay. So that natural 19, which crits.
Nice.
Uh, 68. Uh, 82 damage, and then we will do a third level science might for an additional. So 118 damage.
So it's total for your hit there.
Yeah. Total was 118.
Damn.
All right. Not quite soggy or bloodied, but definitely struck and hurt.
29 to hit.
That hits.
Uh, 27 damage. And then 31 to hit for 22 damage. If you were hurt, you can get back, I think, 10 HP, Laren.
Alright, thank you.
Yep. That is my turn.
All right. And it'll continue its song as we go to stage 3. And we'll go to DT.
DT will move 30 feet closer to everybody. And yeah, he is going to cast a 5th level fireball on this creature.
The creature made of water?
Yeah, maybe not. How about where's it at? No. You know what? I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast it again.
All right.
25 to hit for 14 points of damage. Force.
Nice.
22 to hit for 6 points of damage. Another 25 to hit
It's bloodied.
for 13 points of damage. And then another 22 to hit for 10 points of damage.
Nice.
And you know what? I will actually Misty Step to get onto at the rock with Warden.
What?
That's my turn.
Right. Turn. Zoomed out more. Walls. You can see cracks of energy coming. And whispers fill. So actually need DC 25 charisma saving throws.
Uh, 34.
This is charmed.
Rock probably tells that.
10 for the charisma save.
Okay.
22.
22 and 34. Okay. So this, as the voices invade, this will be disadvantage on all D20 tests.
For who?
So you got 17,
No, I got 22.
22. So just Laren.
Okay.
And I guess the Rock. Right. Addition. You see that the structures begin to slightly melt away as acid rains from the sky. That's 3 acid damage for everyone. As people are screaming above, trying to take some type of shelter. And this now moves forward and attempt to actually it doesn't move forward, just shoot straight up water. And oh no, okay, he's gonna move forward and try to get Warden here. For 27 to hit.
Yep.
That's 11 bludgeoning damage, and the water kind of swipes you off the bird. And to them, you're
Oh.
grappled.
He'll take 6 psychic damage if he can.
Indeed. Yes, they will take the 6. Then try to envelop DT in the water as well.
God damn it.
That's a crit. It's a total of 29 bludgeoning. All right. And both of you drawn in will begin to suffocate. All right. So it doesn't get another legendary. Just a Laren.
Just, I guess just moving in to attack it. trying to get to flanking with Warden.
Fair enough.
So I get flat rolls. First one's going to a 33 to hit.
It hits.
Uh, 40 points of force damage.
Oof.
Second attack. 26 to hit.
Yes.
Uh, 29 points of half slashing, half necrotic.
Got it.
Oh, there's my nat one. Last attack. 23 to hit. Uh, 29 points of slashing plus necrotic.
Okay.
But that's my turn.
Alright. It moves it to a stage, and finally a crack occurs. You see emerging from it is an enormous ooze-like figure that just seeps down, eroding away the architecture on the side here. We go to Warden.
Is there... Oh. Gross. That doesn't seem good. Well, I'll keep going after the thing in front of me.
Sounds good.
32 to hit. It just has me grappled. It doesn't have me restrained.
Correct.
17 damage. Uh, 26 to hit. Or 24 damage. And then last attack is a natural 20.
Whew.
Wow. Oh. I may have been doing my damage wrong. For the other crits, I'm sorry. They changed beyond 20. Now they have a combined. I didn't realize that. My bad. So uh 71 and how bad is this thing looking?
How do you want to do this?
I will shove him back through the rift where he came from.
Voice. The crack has been made, as they.
And then I'll ask DT if he wants to get closer to that thing.
Yes.
You want to be close to it. Okay.
Well, I just want to be near you. That's all.
Oh yeah, I'll stay here so I'm close to Laren as well. And that'll be my turn.
All right. And then we'll go to DT.
DT will. You know what? He will cast a 5th level fireball on this ooze of annihilation, but he will use a sorcery point to transmute it. Transmute the damage to lightning. So dex save.
All right.
22.
So dex save. Disadvantage. Yeah, 29.
It'll take 20 points of lightning damage.
Okay. Is that the halved or I'd have it?
I have that for you.
So 22?
Just 20.
20. Thanks. Okay. You're good.
And that'll be my turn.
You got it. And in that case, we'll go to Laren.
Laren will. She really doesn't want to, but she'll move closer to this thing. Does anything happen?
You get all the way up. No, it has no aura type effects.
Okay. This thing just looks really icky. I will try to attack it.
All right.
Is the disadvantage still going on with the creature going?
Yes.
Okay. But that's still a 28 to hit. So.
That hits.
41 points of force damage.
Nice.
25 to hit.
That hits.
27 points of slashing and necrotic.
Okay, so it's immune to necrotic.
Okay, so where did the damage? 19 points of slashing.
Got it.
$18 to hit.
18 hits.
21 points of force damage. Last attack. 21 to hit for 20 points of slash.
Nice.
That's my turn.
You got it. All right. So a blob of itself extends out towards you, Laren. And I need a dexterity saving throw.
Uh, 24.
You said 24?
4, yeah.
Okay, that does succeed. So that will just be 10 acid damage. Its turn. It will now move forward.
I knew it.
And I need a strength save.
Yeah, no, do I have to? 4.
Okay, so you're engulfed. Okay, you are suffocating. I don't think you can. You do have the restrained condition. You can repeat the save at the end of your turn.
Sure.
That DC 23.
Yep. One of these days.
You take damage at the start of each of your turns from being within. That is its movement. It moved on that one. Sees these victims. So it'll fire at Warden a glob for a deck save for Warden.
19.
A 19 will fail as it covers you entirely, dealing 15 acid damage. And then you have this restrained condition until the end of your turn. Then let me ungroup you because it's going to roll Warden along the ground in this globe of putrid acid right here.
Okay.
Let's see here. Now that you're there, go ahead and strike out with a pseudopod like tendril for a crit that I know I don't get the damage bonus from. But that is 29 force damage.
Half to 14.
Nice.
And he'll take 6 psychic if he can.
We'll take that. All right. That'll end the turn as we go to Warden. The end of the session. We'll come back with this next week. I think without a Laren. Got swallowed.